Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This will be probably part 3 of this gas-powered golf cart, as you guys can see here. I had to order 3 more parts for it, which are 3 of these. This is the choke cable, this is the stop sensor, and this is the coil. I've also got some other parts for it, which are going to be the fuel filter, the air filter, which hopefully the one I have is going to fit. I think it might. And probably a fuel filter, a spark plug. So we're gonna see if all that stuff fits. But first and foremost, I want to try to knock out all the easy things and make sure I got all the right parts. If I don't, then there's gonna be a part 4 to this. I'm trying my best not to make many videos on little projects like this, but this thing just has needed much help, as you guys can see. I mean, got some new parts, new components, new belt, new primary drive. I'm going to be swapping out this coil right here, the plug that's in here, which that's off right now. I think I have a replacement air filter, and then this choke cable that's right here. I ordered a new one because the old one, it's around here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, the old one straight up broke off because it rusted, so that's no bueno. And then my biggest challenge is going to be the sensor. It's a stop sensor. It's right underneath this floorboard. So my challenge is going to be getting underneath this diamond plate floorboard, because he's got some, looks like aftermarket diamond plate covering on this. So I gotta figure out how I'm going to get in here. Probably crawl up underneath and see if it's accessible from there. If not, we're going to be having some fun taking some stuff apart. Another pretty cool part about this is a car that I want you guys to check out. It's something that you don't normally see. Known here in the States is a Chevy SS, but known in Australia as a Holden. The guy's got a Holden, guys. Brand new car. He's only got like, well, very little mileage on it. But later on, I'm hoping I can do a little video, not a review, but like just a video on it, because it's just a sick looking car. It's so clean. It sounds good too. It's got that LS, I think LS3. So anyway, let's get busy. Roll that intro, and here we go. Alright, ladies and gents, first thing I want to check out is that sensor. It's for the stop start sensor here for the pedal. So if I were to push this forward, it should automatically engage the engine, but it's not. So turn it on. Nothing. This way. Got nothing. So as soon as I hit this, it should release the lock. Yeah, so I got nothing on here, so that sucks. So what I'm looking for, crawl up underneath here. I don't know if you guys can see. You probably can't. I'll show you pictures here in a second. But it's this sensor that's right here. So if I push this, the throttle forward, which pulls this lip down. Let's see if I can make it happen. I know it's not going to work, but it's that right there. I don't know if it's too bright, but that sensor right there. It's hard to tell the rest of it, but it's right there. So that needs to be changed, because I think this make and break sensor is not working. I'm not entirely sure about the connections. I try wiggling them around, nothing works. So good news is I know what kind of sensor it is now. My dumbass didn't check to see it before. Alright, so let me show you. Alright, so I did take pictures of it. And this is that sensor what we were just looking at. The one that I bought, that it says that this thing has and what it's equipped with, is this one. This one looks more like a cylinder. This one is not. It's got two bolts that hold it in place. This one here, it's held on by one nut that just locks it in place. Same principle, but just a different setup. So this won't work. I have the wrong sensor. It's kind of what I was afraid of. But you know, whenever you never work on this before, you know, and you try everything you can to do everything by the book, sometimes it doesn't work out. I don't know if I can make this sensor work, but I would rather swap it out with an OEM part. That'll make it work. So I have the wrong part. Next on the list is the coil. So we're going to do this. I double checked this and it should be an exact match. So pull this forward. Come here. Come here. So right here, it should be. And just my luck, it probably won't be. And the bolt holes do not line up. That is fantastic. Once again, they say this is the aftermarket, this is supposed to work, but that coil is bigger than this one. That's just great. Well, this is just getting worse. Worse and worse. I mean, I can hook this up and make it work, but just something tells me that's just not going to work for me. Alright, moving on to the next thing that could possibly be something that'll work for us. I can't believe this. One thing after another just isn't working. Come on. Let this work. This is going to be the choke cable. It looks like it's just a little bit shorter than the stock one. But that's okay, because it's still long enough to reach. So at least I can install the choke cable. So it's just when you never work on these things before and you try to work things out, give me my hat back. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes they do. Who knows? But let's go ahead and hook up this choke cable. And I don't think I'm gonna get much action out of this coil, but damn it! I really wanted to be able to put this on. This one it's just too short. These poles are too short. So I'm starting to think that some of the parts that were on here are either aftermarket, and I'm trying to put OE stuff, because this doesn't belong here. This belongs on a dirt bike. So this goes on a dirt bike. There's supposed to be a big air box that's right here, but there's not. I know y'all probably can't see that either. Yeah, see? This is supposed to be part of a dirt bike, and it's not. It's on a gas-powered golf cart. So, but anyway, let me throw on the new coil. Let me see if I can make it work with just one bolt holding it on, and it'll just get it going for right now. And I'll bypass the starter and see if I can at least get it to fire. And if I got that, then we're golden. All I gotta do is just get the other sensor. Jeez. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. The struggle is real. Well, I was going to swap out for a new air filter, but the diameter of this is different than the one that's on here. This is actually much larger, so went ahead and I sprayed some water in it from the inside out, kind of push all that dirt out of there and kind of clean this filter up a little bit more. I don't have a replacement, so I kind of got to do what you got to do in a crunch. I went ahead and I replaced the fuel filter because the old one over here, the old one, it just, yeah. The old one is just tired. I mean, it's still spilling out old gas into this. So, yeah, it was time to change it and get rid of the old crap, because this stuff can make it past the filter and directly into the carburetor, clog it up, and then you're stuck. Your stuff won't start. Let's see. This is the old spark plug compared to a new one. I don't know if you guys can see. In comparison to the background, see how low the diode is on the one on the right versus the one on the left? Yeah. But this is the original. This is the one that came with it. I have a new one that's in there right now. It's a different one. And it should clear. So next thing I need to install is the choke cable. So let's do that. Pull this pin out. And pull this away. It's nice enough to smash that in there. Just stick this right here. Like so. Wherever that is. Find your home. There you go. Actually, not supposed to be way back there. Whoops. Just a little bit of adjustment. Actually, I made a mistake. Let's try this again. Because this, actually, I think it's supposed to be inside here. That was an oops. So let's do this again. We're gonna do it right. Come here. Alright, like so. Do this. This is in front of that wire. Like that. That's how it goes. So this is my first time messing with this. It's okay. We're all learning together. This is how it goes. Just a little bit of snug, that's all you need. You go to pull it. See? That's how it works. Alright, now let's take this, put it inside the firewall, and see if I can get this thing to turn. Alright, usually it's just a face. It threads in place like that. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. This thing here is just a face screw. You just undo this, unthread it. It pops out. And the new one will just right through, but the new one's a little bit more complicated. See how it fell out? It belongs right here, and the cable itself is this one, which is this. We won't need this no more, so we can toss it. That one's all rusted and we don't need it. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. This one here has a lock screw. It's a good design. I like these. So it doesn't require a whole lot of torque. Just a little bit goes a long way. All you're doing is you're pulling this off. That's it. And maybe that, yeah, and this. That's it. Yeah. Actually, and this too. These three items. See, this is the thing. Look familiar? This is the one that I pulled out from the other side. Voila. You can take that little puppy and slide right on through. And like so. That is, if it will agree with you. Sometimes it wants to fight you. So a good thing is with this being down is all the way, there's still some slack right here. So it's good. It's not going to pull on the motor whenever they go to open up the seat. So now the trick is getting that to stay. I don't know if I can get that to stay. It's worth a shot. Alright, you just want to grab it and kind of wiggle it out. Make sure it's nice and stretched out here. And you take the face screw to it. Be easy with it, so you'll lose it. You don't want it falling back inside, and you gotta chase it again. I'm gonna try not to do that. I've done that before. It is annoying. After about 5 minutes of messing with it, got it. Choke, release, choke, release. There we go. Alright, so now that that's done, I think that's in the on position. Choke open. And if it were to lay down, there's still slack here, so that's good. Slack on the fuel line, which these actually need to be buddied together. What else needs to be buddied together? Nothing. So, as you'll see right here, choking. Alright. Well, there is no pedal start, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with hopes and dreams. I'm kidding. We're going to try to see if it'll go, or at least it'll start. At least try to. see what happens. There's fuel. Sit there and spin, 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 spin. Let's see if I can give it a little help. Oh no, I've been fighting with this thing for a while now, guys. I'm thinking that coil itself is not supplying adequate amount of fuel. Okay, here we go. Directly into its throat. There's no reason why that shouldn't work. And go. No fire. Alright, well, I believe that's going to be a wrap for today's video because there's nothing else further I can do. We have replaced the clutch, the ignition. Make sure the ignition is actually in the right spot. Let's try that again. Just because I'm curious. Because it's unmarked on the other side and I don't know. No go. No dice. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call annoying. Let's see if we've got fire. Because the ignition was in both positions and I get the same result. I know this is clear. It's clean. It's getting fuel. Y'all saw the bubbles come from the pump, so it's got compression. It's got vacuum, so that's good. This is blocked off. The only thing I haven't changed on here is the coil itself to cause a no fire situation. So let's take a look at one more tool that I have in my arsenal. Let me see if there's any spark. I hope I have it with me. I really, really do. I do. If we're getting fuel and we're getting spark, my next step is I'm going to check to see if we've got compression. Because if there is no compression, there is no boom. There's click, clickety click, and another click. Let me get a click. Alright, I'm going to turn this light off. Because what y'all are looking for here is a little flicker of a light. Ooh, the pliers are hot. Alright, here we go. Barely anything. Got barely any power going through that. We are getting fire, but not enough. I don't think I have my compression tester with me. I'm curious. He said it ran. So, I don't doubt this fella. But we're going to check compression, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me get back with you here in a second. Let me get this all set up. And we'll see what we got. Now, I've seen other compression testers, but I don't trust them. This one here, I definitely trust. You see that metal braid? That is a big praying mantis. What's up, dude? You stay over there and do your praying mantis thing. Leave me the hell alone. Back off, Fred. Anyway, like I was saying, I love the middle braid because the hose doesn't have room to expand, giving you a false reading on the gauge. That's why I like metal braid. Alright, we're gonna go. Put in there until it stops pretty much. Brother, you're gonna have to get out of there. It's about to get real up in there. Alright, give me a click. Click. Alright. I'm gonna turn it over for a few seconds. And we'll see what it gives me. What compression we got. Oh no! Oh, that is no bueno. Dude. Ain't no way. There's no way. Let me make sure that's nice and tight. Snug in there. Y'all ain't careful, them praying mantis can hurt you. He is watching me. I think he wants to help me work. I don't know what his intentions are, but I don't know what Fred's up to. I'm gonna try this one more time. Fred, you stay over there. You ain't contributing. Aw, man, just give me a compression. Oh man, we got a problem. It's probably one of the reasons why it's not turning over. I got fire. Okay, these are the three things that your engine requires in order to run. You need fuel, you need fire, and compression. It's got the fuel. It has the fire. I showed it to y'all on the this. But as you can clearly see, you and Fred both. See that? It is way below compression requirements. It needs to be above 90 psi in order for combustion to occur. And this thing is right at, looks like 71, 72 psi. Oh man. That's not good, guys. That's not good. I did all this work on this thing for this to happen. I gotta take a picture and show it to him. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. That's no bueno. Because if there's no compression, there is no fire. If there's no fire, there is no go. And the only other way to test what's going on in here is I need to take that exhaust off, rotate the engine just high enough so I can see the side of the piston. I don't have a bore scope clearly, but if I can look inside of the side of the cylinders, it'll tell me what's going on. But right now, this thing just, it doesn't have compression, guys. Oh, it doesn't have compression. That sucks. So, damn. At this point, there's really no reason for me to be working on this anymore. Because there's pressure getting past the piston rings. which it's not allowing. Okay, well, you know what? You know what? I wonder if I take this off of here, if I do a valve lash job, I wonder if I can improve the compression. The valves may not be closing all the way. Well, before I do that, I need to figure out what the valve lash is on these engines. I don't know what they are. It's probably gonna be like somewhere in the 4,000ths area. So, well, all right, that happened. Fred, we got a problem, man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this video. It looks like we're going to be on for part 4 or 5, maybe 6. I don't even know anymore. Damn. I mean, I've got all these other parts in here. Everything's installed correctly. But we got a compression issue. So I'm going to check the valves. I'm probably going to get my tool and pop that valve, the valve cover off. I'm going to check the valve lash on all the valves, and I'm going to see if we got some loose rockers, loose valves. Because that, in my opinion, that's the only way that it's, I mean, if it's not closing all the way, it's letting air pass, so it's not allowing compression to occur. Let's tinker with that real quick. I'll get right back to you. Go get my tools, Fred. Go get my tools. What you doing, man? What you doing? What you doing, Fred? I don't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah, if you're not careful, these little guys, they can hurt you. But they're also so cool. It's right there, buddy. There you go. I don't know what he's doing over here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's been about 45 minutes later. Maybe less. Maybe more. I don't even know anymore. I contacted the owner. I did my compression test on here. And I did it a second time, and it came out with 119 psi. Let me explain. Apparently, I did some reading in the forums. See, when I didn't mess with the pedals, I didn't mess with anything else. I bypassed it so I can turn the engine. I checked my valves. The valve lash is perfect. It's right where it needs to be. It's up to spec. So I put my compression tester in there, and I turned the engine. And it gave me, like 71 psi. So there's nothing going on. It's just all the gases or all the pressure, all the compression is being expelled somewhere. So the engine will just sit there and turn, but it won't fire because the compression is too low. But when you want to actually get moving, if you get over here and you push this gas pedal, the go pedal, it actually it closes a valve inside the engine, which immediately shoots your compression back up. So it goes where it won't start, and then it closes the valve and it jumps it up right where it's enough compression so that it will start. So that's genius, guys. I didn't even think that they did that. So I thought I was kind of dead in the water with, not enough compression, but the more I learn about this unit, the more I'm intrigued. But I have run into a little bit of a hiccup. That coil, the spark is just too weak. I don't think that coil is any good, and the coil that I bought for this is too small, like as in size wise. Plus it doesn't have the connectors on the side, so So I'm gonna take a fast picture of that, do some shopping, see if I can get that expedited here. But yeah, I mean, I got the compression all set up. Release that, pop this thing out of here, close this thing up, and call it a night. Unfortunately. So if you guys happen to like this part of the video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Even if you didn't like it, just subscribe anyway. It helps me out in a great way. Also hit that that like button down below. Tappy tap it. Make me happy. And that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to wrap up everything and get my tired butt home. Go play with the dog for a little bit because I know she misses me. And get on for another day. I mean, we'll attack this in the near future. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I'm kind of hoping that in the future, one of the next videos is going to be about the Holden. Man, I'm kind of looking forward to that. He's excited for it. He doesn't have very much mileage on it. That car stays there. So I will see you guys in the next one. I love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.
I woke up this morning.